The Independence Mustangs off to a 3-0 start, ranked number 6 in Class 3A in the Radio Iowa poll as they get set to close out district play with a trip to Decorah this week. And head coach Justin Putz joining us. And Justin, when you look at things in the big picture, what's been the reason for your team's success through the early going of the season?
Our guys have been doing a good job. We returned quite a few players from a team that had a nice year last year, and they had a great offseason. They put in a ton of work, and I thought we hit the ground running. Had a great team camp, and I think when you're experienced and you get some of those veterans in there, I think that they have a little bit more urgency, and they realize this is the last go around for a lot of our seniors, and we have a significant number of senior starters, and so I think they really want to make sure that they have a good year, and they've taken that to heart a little bit, and they've just done a great job.
And from the first 3 games of the season, from a getting better and improvement standpoint, where have you grown the most as a football team through these first 3 weeks?
I think for us, we really kind of made some uncharacteristic mistakes, week 1 and 2. We had some penalties that are not maybe typical of teams that we've had or our guys, and we made some mental mistakes in pass coverage. I thought we took great growth last week in limiting the penalties, but really being good on first down. Like we really have not been very good on first down. And then we've been not very good on third down. And last week we did a great job of getting off the field. And that was really, really big. I thought when we had Cresco and North Fayette Valley multiple times, we've given up drives of 12, 13, 14 plays where we had third or fourth down opportunity to get off the field and we just didn't make the play. And so I thought last week we won on first down and then we got off the field on third down. And so that was a big, big improvement for us.
And you look at your team offensively this year, you've been an explosive team. You've snapped it 147 times and you have 15 touchdowns. When you're scoring on more than 10% of your offensive plays, my Norwegian math says that's pretty good. What do you credit that to?
We had some real playmakers, and I think our wide receiving core is as good of a wide receiving core as I've ever had. We've had a lot of nice players come through here, but Brady Kurt is a very, very good player. He's been a 3-year starter for us at wide receiver and made a big jump every single year. And we thought he was really good as a sophomore. Zeke Simons has kind of come in as a junior and really, really athletic, a big weapon for us, and he gets some matchups that we're able to take advantage of. And then Bryce Christian starts there as well. And he's done a great job in terms of just super solid, does everything well. One of those guys that never flashes you. And next thing you know, you look up and he's got a touchdown and 80 yards. And our backs catch it out of the backfield. And then EJ Miller as the point man started a quarterback for us last year and has just done a really good job of picking up where he left off, playing faster, seeing it faster. And he's just throwing great, great balls and getting them to guys who are open.
And defensively, you mentioned the improvements that you've made. One thing you've been able to do a lot through these first 3 weeks is take the ball away, 8 interceptions and 1 taken back for a score. Brady Kurt against North Fayette Valley in week number 1. What does that say about your secondary thus far?
They've really, really grown. And I thought last year, I think looking at our team wise, like we are primarily like almost 100% zone coverage. And we were traditionally really up there in Class 3A for interceptions. We just didn't take the ball away. We just didn't make plays. We didn't get off the field. We didn't take it away like we wanted to. And kind of a point of emphasis, and our guys have done that. And to do that though, it really comes down to being disciplined. You're not gonna intercept the ball if you're not where you're supposed to be. If you're not, having your eyes and your keys, and if you get in trail position where we don't want you to be, not in your landing spots, you're not gonna make the play. But then also our guys are playmakers. I think being a year older, playing a step faster allows him maybe to get to the ball this year that they didn't get last year. And forcing a lot of third down and long situation helps as well. Like when they throw and we know they're going to throw, that's obviously a big advantage.
And last week, you mentioned you got the win over walk-on team, 35-8. This is a team that you were facing for the 6th time since 2008, and all the other results have gone their way because walk-ons usually been pretty good, and they are usually a solid football team. How good did it feel to finally get the best of what has been one of the premier 2A football teams in this area?
Yeah, it felt really good. We haven't played them. I mean, prior to last year, in the time that I've been here, we got COVIDed out against them in 2020. But that was a game last year. We went up to their place and they beat us. And I thought we played pretty poorly. Credit to them, they played really well. But it was a game that our guys really felt like we didn't play the way we wanted to. Then we turned around, the next week and beat Decorah, and I thought kind of launched us, through the middle section of our season. So our guys definitely wanted to come out and, and play better than they did the year before. And, Walcott is a little bit different than playing, Crestwood, in terms of how they're going to formation you and spread you out and then put you in some tough spots. And they really wanted to show they could handle that better than they did last year. And I thought they did a great job.
And this week you take on Decorah. Traditionally, over the years, this has been a district rivalry, but you guys are now 3A. Decorah is now 4A. What made it important to keep a team like Decorah on the schedule this district go around?
I think, we do like to mix up, going a little bit this year. We seem to be on the north path, but they've been a team that, I mean, you're gonna find out a lot about where your team stands when you go play Decorah. I don't think all the times that we've played against Decorah and I've coached against Decorah, I've ever seen them, give a game away. They play relatively penalty free. They don't turn it over a ton. They're in the right spots. They play really physical. And so I think in the non-district slate to have a team like this that you can really feel, where you're at is always good. And so, go up there, and it's kind of a fun place to play. And although I don't think Independence has ever won up there in school history. So maybe it hasn't been a great place to play for other people from Independence, but I think it's just one of those games where you go and you play a really solid program. And they play football the right way, and it's one of those games that I think is good for both schools.
And what are you expecting out of the Vikings Friday night?
Yeah, I'm expecting, they're really physical this year. I'm really impressed with what I see in the way they run the ball. They've been, more explosive in the passing game than maybe they were last year, but they have some real playmakers there as well. They have good size. I really like the concepts, what they're doing in the run game. And then defensively, just, they don't give a ton over the top. They play, really, really gap sound. They're physical. They pursue the ball. And, you're going to have to make sure that you're able to make a few plays and pick up first downs, because it's probably not going to be the 60, 70-yard play that maybe we're used to.
All right, Coach, ought to be a dandy of a ball game Friday night to keep your guys healthy. We wish best of luck.
I thank you. Appreciate it.
Justin Putz, head coach of the Independence Mustangs, and Vikings this Friday night.